Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Eden Zero, Chapter 62. When we last left our heroes, Draken announced his intention to join the battle in person. Shiki and Kurenai's battle continued, with Kurenai bringing out something called a night gear that's maybe in this, like, a gear in the same sense that Ether Gear is a gear, but we don't really have a whole lot of info on that at the moment. But it's a gigantic, like, night armor. That she's in a giant mech. She's in a mecha. We've moved into a mecha anime. Except Shiki does not have a mecha, so it's not quite a mecha anime. Anyway, back in the slums, Baku has arrived in the slums. I think Garrett and Nino are still on their way. But who should arrive but Arsenal, who is clearly Weisz in his own mini mech suit. Very, like, active raid style mech, if anyone watched that show. Anyway, let's jump right on into Chapter 62, My Legend. Our picture here is of Weisz, the manager of the Eden Zero, Witch of the Four Starshines. Be careful not to become her little pawn. And so we open with Shiki in the night gear. Shiki versus the Crimson Woman on the Crimson Steel Knight. He can't lose for the sake of his circle of friends. We see the Crimson Steel Knight is like shooting out of its hand towards the ground, just blowing up all kinds of buildings. Where Shiki is running, she's actually aiming at Shiki. Alright. We see, like, the bullets are, like, behind Shiki's running on a wall. What the hell are you thinking, being this close to town? Ha 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 ha. So fun. It's kind of like a bad move for Shiki to be running on the wall when she's firing at him, because it is putting people in harm's way. She eventually takes out a billboard that's above Shiki, and falls towards Shiki. I love how the face on the billboard changes as it's falling. In the first panel, like she's like smiling, and then she's scared on the next panel. The billboard continues to fall past Shiki. Wah! Kya! Help! Shiki's like right under the billboard, and he does something to it. I think he like gets rid of his gravity and then throws it at the Crimson Steel Knight. Which just batters it away. So this is Gravity Ether Gear. So interesting. And she, like, throws a punch at Shiki. Shiki's caught by it. How long can a human being withstand a machine's strength? Gah! We leave them there to go back to Weisz's arrival in the slums. Is this the new weapon Weisz was talking about? Looks like a battlesuit. My name is Arsenal. It's Weisz's voice. I can do a voice analyzation to confirm. A new hero never reveals his identity. He's, like, really into this, like, Super Sentai kind of vibe. Eh? You a hero? Okay, fine, wise man. It's Arsenal. She does the kind of, like, seductive thing. Please, Arsenal, protect us. It's kind of, like, over-the-top, mocking thing. And while I start blushing, we can see it, like, through the armor. I have one condition. You'll need to wear that skimpy maid dress from the dress factory. What kind of hero are you? She's, like, mad now. And Baku is kind of, like, sitting back watching the shenanigans going on over here. Who the heck is this guy? You've made your appearance, monster lion baron. You just made up a name randomly. For the sake of love and justice, I won't forgive those who do evil. I never took Weisz for, like, a Super Sentai fan. But it's very clearly what Arsenal's inspired by. I am the one racing through space, and Baku just whacks him with the axe. It's against the rules to attack someone while they're still talking. Yeah, I don't really understand those rules. Only thing certain is that I have orders from the Crimson Woman to bring divine punishment upon the rebels. What do you mean divine punishment? I've got orders as well, Arsenal points at him, and we flash back to Sister on the ship. I can't contact Rebecca at all. What's going on with this star? You always just worry about Rebecca. This is Moskoy who's popped up. Is Rebecca or Moskoy more important? Rebecca. Being cut off hurts Moskoy's feelings. I don't remember Sister caring so much about Rebecca. Like, have I just forgotten about that? It's been a few months since we've seen Sister. She's just kind of, like, floating in space for a while. But I guess, I don't know, I don't remember. Like, it wasn't Rebecca who saved her. That was Weisz and Homura. So I don't really recall her being, like, you know, Moscow, you always just worry about Rebecca. I don't remember that at all. But that's a minor thing. Anyway, isn't she cute? Even my screensaver is Rebecca. Oh, she's just into Rebecca. That's why. Alright. And Weisz kind of, not Weisz, Weisz kind of grins at it. Oh my. And Weisz, how erotic. I don't think that's a particularly erotic picture. It's just her in, like, an evening gown. Alright, sure. Horny Weisz is horny. Not Homer, a hermit, pipes up. I finished it. A special weapon-equipped outer gear that harnesses the power of your ether gear. The Arsenal Suit First Edition. She has a little watch. She hands it to Weisz. You'll be able to control it and disable its use with this bracelet. Nice. This is an order. Bring them all back safely. That's sister. And Arsenal, Weisz, whatever we're calling him, just like slugs Baku. Oh, go on! Baku is sent back, and Weisz like puts out his arm like this. We see like a little gun pop up on the top of it. Weisz cannon! And he starts shooting at Baku, who dodges out of the way. That suit couldn't be. It uses your strength in real time and customizes Drum Blaster, and he uses his arm turns into a gun, like a big gun, not the little gun the Weisz cannon was. It's a full-on like arm gun, like who has an arm gun? I don't remember. Anyway, Drum Blaster, and it's this big blast goes out from Weisz, and Baku seems to jump out of it. Amazing. I'm kind of shocked that Pino is saying amazing about Baku. Or maybe it's about the Drum Blaster, but given that, like, that the amazing happens after he jumps out of the way, it's kind of a weird placement. I think it just makes more sense if Pino said that before Baku jumped out of the way. Anyway, even though Baron Lion is large, he's pretty nimble. And Baku continues to, like, run away. That's because my number one weapon is speed. Or not away, because he pops up right behind Weisz. But Weiss's leg starts to change into like a rocket blaster. Arsenal has confidence in his speed, and now he pops up behind Baku, and he kicks Baku. Baku kind of like lands on his feet, not terribly beat up, and his axe starts to glow. Battle axe, sonic wave, and he slashes down the axe, and these like waves of I guess like sound energy go flying out and hit Weisz. And Baku looks at him surprised. Isn't this great? Ether coating. So Weisz is undamaged by that. And he actually physically hits Weisz this time with the axe. I told you it won't. And he looks shocked for a second. Low ether levels, only 10% remaining. Huh? Commencing Arsenal shutdown in 30 seconds. Wait a second. 27, 26, 25. And he gets hit again by the axe. Gah! This is bad. I didn't think my ether would fall at such a drastic rate. 20, 19, 18. I get hit again with the axe. What's wrong? His movements just became slower. I detect a decrease in performance. Crap. Still looks like I can use it one last time. 10 seconds until shutdown. All I need is 10 seconds. And Baku gets ready for the finishing blow. Divine punishment. And we see his arm transforms again. It's curious that we can't see Weiss's actual arm when the armor changes like that. But whatever. And it just gets really big. Like, his hand gets really big. His hand is getting bigger. Heat energy is getting bigger. And he balls his giant hand into a fist. You will be part of Arsenal's first legend. My legend that's just about to begin. Metallica explosion! And he slams his fist into the ground. There's this huge boom. Baku is sent flying. Did he defeat Baku of the 3 Divine Punishers? It looks like Baku is down. Rebecca smiles. Remaining ether at 0%. Arsenal system suspended. And Baku is down, and the armor all kind of fades away. We see there's like Weisz has blood dripping down his face. Waha! You're amazing, Professor from the future. He looks kind of at least topless in this panel right here. Crap, my identity. I didn't think that was still a thing. And Weisz just gets over it like that. But where's Homer and Shiki? Where the heck are your clothes? Oh crap! I didn't take into consideration that Arsenal would fall off. You pervert! A legend has begun. Pino just says all peacefully. The naked hero is born. To be continued in chapter 63, the one that carries on the soul. Alright, so the chapter can be really easily divided into 2 points, which is, the first bit of just a continuing fight between Shiki and Kurenai, or we're using Jamie's box this week, so the Crimson Woman. I really wish that like there was some kind of stability in those names. Though I understand why. So I think what happened is, I think Kurenai means crimson in Japanese, if I'm not mistaken, and so when the title Crimson Woman came out, we did not know that was her name, right? Because we don't find out that's her name until like 58, when we have the flashback of Valkyrie and Kurenai meeting, and then we find out, oh, this is her actual name, not just a title. But you know, the Crimson Woman was already there. Anyway, that's just my prediction, my guess. I can't read Japanese. I haven't even seen the Raws if I could. But anyway, the fight itself. There's not a lot of progress there. Just seeing again that Shiki is pretty outmatched by the armor, which worries me a little bit, because Mashima is very infamous for having his heroes fight villains they can't possibly beat, but then because it's a shonen manga, they have to win in the end anyway. Which could lead to some issues, you know, because, like, as it stands, I don't understand how Shiki could, like, brute force the Crimson Steel Knight, which means there has to be some kind of strategy involved, whether it's somehow getting into the armor and throwing Kurenai out, or I don't know why he doesn't just, like, anti-gravity the armor and just, like, throw it into space. I don't know if that'll work, but it's an idea. But there's not a whole lot to say there, because it's just kind of a few blows of the fight, very little progress is made there. Besides seeing, again, that Kurenai does not care about the people of Sunjul at all. But the crux of the fight is, of course, Weisz versus Baku, which is alright, I guess. There's a lot of fun pokes at, like, Super Sentai, Power Rangers formats. But that's kind of, it feels very, like, superficial, you know? Oh, he has the weird chant, the whole, like, for the sake of love and justice thing. He has a fake name for Baku. He tries to hide his identity badly. It's a little surface level parody, but it's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. The fight itself is just kind of, I mean, just like the parodying, it's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's just not very. It's not going to be a fight that's remembered at the end of this arc. You know, there's not like. That's maybe a problem with Eden Zero as a whole. There's been very little fights that are, like, particularly memorable. Like, in the grand scheme of things, I guess. So hopefully we'll see some of those. Like, if Mashima does the smart thing and lets Homura be the one to fight Kurenai in the end, that'll be a great fight. But I don't know. I don't think there's really anything else to talk about in the chapter per se. The fight itself, it's fun. You know, it's very you know, loudly shouting out your attack names, which is both shonen and kind of Super Sentai-esque, I guess. But the fight itself, it's good, I guess. It's nothing special. But yeah, Baku's down. So at this point, I imagine. I don't remember if I've talked about who I want the matchups with the Divine Punishers to be, but I can't imagine Rebecca does not fight Nino, which I'm not super big on, because I also can't imagine, as I've said before, Nino staying on the Crimson Woman's side at the end of this. And I want Rebecca to have her own, like, real fight with a classic shonen one-on-one fight. It's what she deserves. But yeah, I think I'm just going to leave this off here, because I really don't have anything to say else. It's a pretty simple chapter, you know? Shiki and Kurenai go at it for a little bit, don't really make any progress, and then Weisz fights Baku and wins. That's really kind of it. So I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, don't forget to drop me a like or subscribe, or, do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!